Welcome back to another video. I know it's only been like a week since I uploaded, but today we have a new the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 teaser trailer, and it's insane. I've already watched it, but I want to break it down. But first, we got to talk about this. Jason Blum, the man himself, dressed up as Toy Freddy at CinemaCon, where the trailer was shown. And this is Jason in the suit. He looks like William Afton here, and we got Toy Freddy's head here. And he got a 2 on his head. Alright, let's just break down the trailer quickly. I know everyone's done it, but I have some stuff I want to talk about. So we see this at first. We see it's the original sign from the first pizzeria. I don't know why they're showing us this. Maybe it's like further showing that the Wizards are going to be the original gang. And then we see the endoskeleton on Mangle. And then we see the Blumhouse logo, but while it's showing the Blumhouse logo, we hear somebody talk.
Welcome back. Are you ready to start the show?
That has to be William Afton, right? Or am I like hearing it wrong? It's either William Afton or just some random announcer dude. But it would be amazing if we can see a flashback of William Afton being an announcer at the pizzeria when it was open. Maybe the Fnaf 2 location was open before the original location, because we saw set photos of the Fnaf 2 location looking like old. It looked old. It looked as old as the one from the first movie. I know the toy animatronics are high tech, but I don't think that matters. Then we see this wheel with the animatronics on it, and we see this like festival carnival looking place, and this is Faz Fest. We've seen like set photos of Faz Fest. It's gonna be just like a festival themed around Freddy Fazbear's Pizza in universe, where people dress up as, you know, Bonnie and all the characters, and there's like merchandise there. Yeah, so I think Freddy Fazbear's is a big pizzeria chain in this universe, because in the first movie we thought it was just a small pizzeria that was opened and very popular in the 1980s, but in this movie it's probably a big pizzeria chain that's all over the place, and there's many locations. So then we see the FNAF 2 pizzeria here, and yeah, it looks a little withered. You can see like branches on it, and you can see that the paint is like getting messed up here. Yeah, it looks a little old here, so I think I might be right. This might be an old pizzeria. Then Abby comes to the pizzeria, and I think we have a reason for why she does later on in this trailer, and that reason is right here. There's a paper on the door that says "Gone to fix my friends." That's probably Abby putting that there. She's probably going back to the original location to go meet her friends from the first movie. And she says, "Gone to fix my friends." So I think she's talking about the Wizards. But it's going to be weird because the Wizards look nothing like the original animatronics. So I don't know how they're going to explain that. Are they going to be the same animatronics? I mean, I talked about this in the video I uploaded a week ago, where I theorized about how the withered animatronics are going to be featured in the movie. But seeing this, it just confuses me. We'll see. Then we see Vanessa talk to Mike about the animatronics still being here, and Mike says like where, and she says everywhere. I think she's talking about the fact that the toy animatronics are out on the loose. Like Toy Chica's at a school, and Toy Freddy is at the Faz Fest. Or she could be talking about the many locations that are all over the place, like I mentioned before. But I think she's talking about the toy animatronics. Then we see this fantastic shot of Toy Bonnie peeking through what looks like to be curtains. This is probably where he goes to the random person's house. And yeah, he looks amazing. Toy Bonnie has the best shots in this trailer by far. Well, actually Mangle probably has the best one, but Toy Bonnie is second. I like how they barely show him. You can only see like a little bit of him. The rest is hidden. I love it. I talked about that in my video that I posted a week ago. Then we see somebody pressing the Showtime button. This could be William Afton. It could be literally anybody. Then we see a teacher, science teacher, principal. Reportedly, there's supposed to be like this part where Abby takes Toy Chica to a science fair, and that might be the reason why Toy Chica is at the school. So this is probably a science teacher or a principal, but he looks through this doorway and then he sees Toy Chica. He gets pulled by Toy Chica into the door. Yeah, this is... Yup, and he's gone. Then we get a shot of Toy Chica's... I will never utter that sentence again. And we get one of the best shots of the entire trailer. We see Mangle crashing into the window, breaking it. And this is... Look at that. This is the best shot of the trailer. I knew Mangle was going to be the coolest... one of the coolest animatronics in this movie. And this is backing that statement up because... Yo, she's going to be amazing. She has like 9 puppeteers, probably more, working on her. They better use Mangle to her full potential. And I'm just excited to see Mangle. Then we see them react to probably Mangle crashing through the window. So it looks like the toy animatronics are going to try to invade Mike's house, which is crazy. It's giving me like Joy of Creation and like Fnaf 4 vibes. And it's kind of weird seeing the toy animatronics like roaming around the world, like out of the pizzeria. I'm going to have to get used to that, but it's really cool. Speaking of, this shot is also amazing. We see Toy Bonnie with red eyes holding up a screwdriver or like a knife at a random couple in their house. I think that's really cool and scary, even though it would be really easy to outrun him because he's probably a slow robot. He probably weighs a lot. So, and he's behind the couch, so they can like run this way and they could probably escape, but it's fine. Next scene is a interesting one. We see doors flying shut, and then we see William Afton, Matthew Lillard, standing over down the hall, and from the doors flying shut, this is probably like a nightmare dream sequence Vanessa's probably having. Also, this shot where she's pulling out a gun, maybe this is part of those nightmares, or is a flashback, or is part of the scene where, you know, the animatronics break in, but I don't think so, because it looks like it's daytime over here. Next, we got our first look at a character that I wasn't sure was going to be in this movie or not. Balloon Boy, our boy Double B, is actually in this movie. This is like the most happiest I've ever been to see this guy. But yeah, he's not holding a balloon or the sign that says balloons. Maybe he does, he just drops it. And he looks perfect. He looks like he's ripped out straight from the game. It's actually insane how good he looks. He's got a glow up from the first movie, and I wonder if in this movie he's gonna reunite with Mike. Or maybe Corey Kenshin. Also, if you look in the background, you can actually see that he's in the Fnaf 2 office from the games. So you can see the hallway right here. You can see the TV screens that are on the ground in the office. You can see the papers that are in the actual office. And you can see the vent right here. So it looks like we're getting a game-accurate Fnaf 2 office in this movie. And you're probably saying like, yeah, of course the Fnaf 2 office is going to be in the Fnaf 2 movie, but in the first movie, that office looked nothing like the Fnaf 1 office. Glad we are probably going to get an accurate Fnaf 2 office in this movie. And now all I wonder is, are we going to get the mask? I also talked about that in my video. And in that video, I wasn't sure if Balloon Boy was going to be in this movie. And now he is. So this means that JJ and this dude are 100% going to show up. I have faith. And also with Balloon Boy, he's got normal eyes here, but then his eyes proceed to glow like flashlights. I don't know why it's like this. I don't know why his eyes are shining like this. Maybe there's a reason. Next scene is of a yellow gloved character picking up a knife, and this is obviously Chica. His hand looks a little clean, so this is probably William Afton before being spring locked, picking up a knife to use it on someone. Or it could be after, but that is a pretty clean glove, especially after getting spring locked. This could also be a flashback to when he, you know, got rid of Charlie. That is if Charlie is in this universe. Scene, we see this dude get grabbed up by Mangle. This looks like a art room kinda, because you can see like a bin that you put like crayons in, and we see papers right here that look like drawings. So this is probably like an art room or playroom, or it's probably Mangle's room. And this fits Mangle really well, grabbing someone from up top, because Mangle is probably going to be lurking in the vents. I hope we get a scene like that. And he's holding what looks like to be a camera. He's probably coming in here to ghost hunt or record a documentary, or again, Freddy Fazbear's is popular in this universe, so the missing kids incident is probably like a big story, so he's probably in here trying to, you know, find the kids or something. Next we see a scene of Vanessa, it looks like to be Vanessa, driving, and Mangle piercing the front window with one of her parts. It was also reported that there's going to be a scene where Mangle gets hit by a car, and the one who's driving the car is Vanessa, and it looks like it's also true. I love the love that Mangle is getting in this trailer. Next we see a shot of Abby, Mike, and Vanessa reacting to somebody. Maybe the puppet, Toy Chica, Toy Freddy, Toy Bonnie, Mangle, puppet, anybody. It could literally be anybody. William Afton, did I already say him? And maybe this dude. I have faith that he's gonna show up in the movie. I have faith. And then somebody says, "Showtime!" That has to be William Afton. That's all I hear. I only hear Matthew Lillard there. If it's not, then it's the mimic. And we see a person screaming with headphones on, so she's probably with the other dude recording in the pizzeria. Maybe they're recording a short film or like a documentary or ghost hunting or whatever I said before. And she's screaming at an unknown animatronic. I'm hoping it's a withered animatronic because they're also in this movie. I hope the withered animatronics get a lot of screen time. They weren't shown in this trailer, but they're obviously leaving them for the next trailer. They don't want to show everything yet. They just wanted to show the toy animatronics, and then they'll show the withered animatronics, and eventually they'll probably show the puppet. Just like they did with Golden Freddy and Spring Bonnie in the first movie and its trailers. Because if they put the wizards and the toys in one trailer, every Fnaf fan on Earth is going to pass out. Lastly, we see Toy Frederick himself walking in FazFest, and I don't know what he's walking towards, but he looks pretty mad. And we see a bunch of people dressed up as the animatronics, and I just noticed this cupcake. Like, every animatronic in this trailer looked amazing. I know we barely even saw Toy Chica and Toy Bonnie, but I already know they look amazing. Balloon Boy looks fantastic. Toy Freddy looks amazing, and Mangle looks the best. I can't wait for the wizards. You don't know how excited I am to see the wizards. I have a theory that the toy animatronics are just going to be roaming around outside the pizzeria. You know, Toy Bonnie in the random person's house, Mangle at Mike's house, Toy Freddy at FazFest, and Toy Chica at the school. And I feel like back at the pizzeria, we're going to get a night guard and teenagers that break in. And in the pizzeria, we're going to have the withered animatronics, the puppet, and Balloon Boy. And that's how we separate all the animatronics and give screen time to every single one. But yeah, this movie looks like it has a lot more action than the first one. I know it's only 45 seconds, but I don't know. Seeing the toy animatronics do the stuff they do with this trailer just gets me excited. And I think it's going to be better than the first one. I hope it's better than the first one. I hope it's scarier. And it's just, overall, just a better movie. But yeah, are you excited for Five Nights at Freddy's 2? Very excited. Can't wait for the next trailers. And also, we didn't get a new poster. We still have the old poster with just Toy Freddy on it. Which is fine, but I can't wait for the final poster. So yeah, that's it.